Peace, you guys. Peace. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, Soli, the Mystic Spiritual Advisor. And here on my channel, every video I create is dedicated to the expansion of your awareness. Now, today, I would like to, share a couple of things from my near-death experience. I feel that may, in a sense, be of assistance to you, liberate you one way or another, you see, because honestly, not the only power, but the greatest power is knowledge, In a sense, you can't build a mass destruction weapon unless you have the knowledge to do so, right? Okay, so with that being said, so I feel like at these times, something we really need to talk about as a collective and start to accept as a collective is death, you see, because that is the cards they're pulling. They're pulling super shallow, in a sense. They're pulling super shallow I want to use the term perspectives, but I know that's not the right term. But ultimately, they're really targeting our fear of death, our lostedness, and our physical body. They say that. Well, I read somewhere that the 5G coronavirus hoax is, in a sense, oh shit, I said 5G coronavirus hoax. I meant to say, the coronavirus is, in a sense, targeting certain beings with decalcified pineal glands. You gotta understand this also. As an entrepreneur or as a farmer, you usually don't do certain things unless you feel you can profit off of it, unless you feel it'll yield something for you. Like, what I'm saying is, like, no like government, because governor or like gardener guardianer, right, will do certain things if they don't feel it's to either benefit you or benefit them. So, like, you got to understand that we have been, in a sense, being put down to sleep, being because the thing about the pineal gland, in a sense, is it's like the pineal gland, it is the seat of the soul. It is perception. It is how you in a sense, it is what allows you to see into this world and other worlds. When you close your eyes and you are capable of tapping into your imagination, that's the pineal gland you're tapping into. When you take a psychedelic like DMT, mushrooms, or anything of that nature, and you start to trip out and you start to see hallucinations, you are tapping into your pineal gland. The pineal gland, in a sense, is a gland that produces a lot of the necessary chemicals that allow us to experience life. I think melatonin, in a sense, and melatonin is responsible for creating DMT. Like, the more melatonin you have, the more likely you are to dream. So one thing, like, I think I'll talk about dreams for a bit, right? Like, one thing with dreaming is, like, if you are maybe struggling with dreams or this and that, I also want to say this, like, dreams, they are ways for our souls to guide us, we have 5 different specific sorts of dreams, with with the subconscious mind, being the most common one. I know that there are, like, poetic dreams, or like prophetic dreams, where you, like, dream about the future. There are telepathic dreams, where, in a sense, you're kind of maybe sitting or around a person. You're sleeping with someone, around someone, or it's like something is happening. Maybe you're like, there's this story, right, with, I forget, but this case, it took place in the 1980s or so, and this mother lost her daughter because she had gotten kidnapped, and she was in this warehouse that was abandoned. Now, one way or another, the mother had a dream, and in this dream, she saw the road that this warehouse was at. She saw a warehouse. She saw her children, so she technically saw her children inside of the warehouse. And I would say that can be a prophetic dream, but it's more of, like, I would say, a telepathic link. The link between mother and child, it's very, very strong and powerful, right? But yes, you guys. Okay, so back to what I was saying though. So I say that to say this because our dreams, are in a sense guiding mechanisms, guiding systems. They tap us more into what is actually going on than the TVs, than the media, which all of us, I'm pretty sure, are aware of. Um, but yes, I think I'll go forward to talk about that. Like, it is very important that we turn off, we turn off the fucking TVs, turn off the TVs, because as long as that you're not on the TV, you're not being programmed. What we are experiencing as a collective is ultimate mind control at a global scale. Um, ultimate mind control at a global scale. They're continuously giving us suggestions. Suggestions. Stay home. Stay home. I feel like, cause me as a person who, in a sense, has studied hypnotherapy, one of one of the facets, or like one of the key components, is, in a sense, I kind of want to say repetition. That's one. But also, two, you gotta understand that in order for you to, in a sense, make a suggestion or implant, rather, I should say, a thought or a suggestion into a human or a person, an entity, you first have to put them in the sense of trance, and a trance, I feel like you can kind of say a trance is like the state, the state where you are asleep but awake. You're like, your conscious mind has dissolved, but your subconscious mind is super vulnerable. In this state, I feel, yes, like some of us get to this state by, like, doing drugs, like smoking weed, listening to music, this and this and that. When you're in that trance, you're very, very susceptible to receiving information. Now, fear. The thing about fear, there's a lot of things about fear. Well, first and foremost, I think I'll just start off by talking about, like, how fear is, in a sense, connected to the root chakra. So, with that being said, it's like, they're, in a sense, kind of targeting the root chakra, which is your means of survival, yada, yada, yada.